bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A first carry for the rookie Nick Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Try to get it to Landry there. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Hot! Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Fells, right side. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and fake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 56 yards. Jackson certainly giving the Ravens a spark in his rookie year. He's got him on the move with a first down. They'll run it now. This is Charcandrick West. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It was Denzel Ward in from his corner spot there to take him down for the loss. On second down, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Watch him now, Barney.
On third down, Jackson. Being chased out left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Mayfield now on second down. Over the middle, it's Fells. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throw it. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Willie Henry in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talked about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that went to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the first round. But they circled back in the second round and got a really good one in Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice get.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First down, Turner. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for the Ravens. 41 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. Partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jackson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you football.
And the ball is knocked out, but I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second down, Mayfield. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to face a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it. And that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
No, check. Patriot. Gone.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Back out of that Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. 3-19.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. All right, here we go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal
Right, now,
from the 1.
Lucky 56.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well and makes a big play.
They'll go with a keeper. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Baker Mayfield in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns get a score closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now West. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down, brings up 4th. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the 1st. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Mayfield to throw it this time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he stopped immediately there. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
319! 319!
Now Jackson on second down. And he's going to go down again. Carl Davis in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Jackson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jamie Collins in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
But I like
under pressure, and they got to him again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. 319! 319!
From the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
3rd and long for Mayfield. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah. He needs better protection, that's for sure. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3.
Mayfield. This is caught at the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And again, it's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Second and goal from the 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, Montgomery. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. They'll try and throw for it for Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Hawks. This is West. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10. after the interception. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This quarterback now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that's complete. It's Sims. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing. This is West. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. Forced out to his left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet? Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there. Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day? You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try. He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there. And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it? It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling. So for Baltimore, they move a step closer to 500 as their record improves to 2-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.